Hi, my beautiful two pinners. Welcome to your September directives. Artie is here with me for a little bit of time, and I think that I'm ready to dive into what's going on in September for you, all right? The combination that you have to work with in this month is the same energy that is your pin. All pins, all personal year numbers, I just call them pins, it's less of a mouthful, are working with their superpower of the pin itself. September is a 9 month, and because you are in a 2 personal year, right? You do the math really quickly. 9 plus 2 is 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. So the terrain that you're running through, the 31 day run that you have in September is the 9 frequency. And that's the terrain that you're running through. Again, it's the terrain you're running through. It's the energy that the entire planet, all of us humans on this planet, spiritual beings having a human experience, are working with. And that number is the number of completion, endings, finals, things that need to be let go of. You'll see it across the board in your personal life, in your friends, in your family, in your co-workers' lives, and it will look like, you know, the five cent stuff of things that have outlasted their usefulness. You know, at some point they had a usefulness, and now it's time to let it go. I'm going to have a deeper conversation with you about that. This is going to be about a 10-minute video. I'll have another one in about 2 weeks out to you. All right. And so this is the energy that we're all sitting inside of. We're going to see it globally too. We'll see it. It's just a really powerful number. It is the omega to the alpha in the cardinal number system 1 through 9. Now, your tool that you have at your disposal is the energy of the 2. And you have been living in this energy for how long now? 8 months. And what September does, every single September that rolls around, it consolidates. It's like the magic comes together with all your intentionality, all your focused around what does the 2 represent in my life? How am I dealing with interacting with people? How am I dealing with all the feels that I have and knowing what's mine and knowing what is somebody else's? How am I doing with giving and overgiving? How am I doing with this beautiful thing called the art of diplomacy? Yeah, so this is what we're going to dive into really quickly. There is always the emancipated expression of each number, and then there is always the disempowered expression of each number. So for you guys, specifically, because the 9 and the 2 require the feeling center to be activated, because it simply is part of the 9 frequency that we have cooking in our lives, and it's all around us, and it's nudging us to let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go of what? You can think of in the feeling center, let go of blame and shame and guilt. Let go of the past. Forgive. Fall into a new beginning. What is that new beginning? October, November, December, January. What we're doing is we're building the new. And in order to make way for the new, most of us have to release the concept, the idea, the locking into the reality of the old, right? It's that's not complicated. If we sit and we grind on something over and over again, and we're stuck in blame and shame and guilt, we're stuck in the past, we're longing for the negative energy of 9 is that we end up living there, and we end up being kind of like the walking dead in our lives. And so this requires letting go and forgiving. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving other people, falling into gratitude, falling into appreciation and joy and creativity and inspiration, because all the stuff needs to be freed up emotionally, physically, emotionally, mentally, sometimes even your concepts of spirit and spirituality. It all needs to be cleaned up. And when we sit in these frequencies, guys, it's not a request. It's an ism. It is a demand. It's gotta give. You gotta give. 9 is the number of the selfless humanitarian. It is inspirational. It's dynamic. It is a phenomenal expression of live and walk your talk and be who you are, be who you say you are, be who you say, how you think and how you you philosophize about life. You know, be that, be the living embodiment of that. And so, you know, guess what? That requires a ton of grace. And I keep on hitting my heart because it also requires that you genuinely feel that. Well, in order to get there, lots of us have to go through this process of, what can I let go of? What can I let go of that resentment? Can I let go of that old grind? Can I let go? Is it possible? And the answer is yes, of course it is. You just kind of need to work at it, you know? What I do all the time when I call my mind Kate, and she's been active for, you know, all of my life here, and I've built a working relationship with her. Kate is a name I've given her because it's a name I love. I love the name Kate, and I want to be in a loving relationship with the mental field, right? So when Kate starts going for this long walk down an antiquated road that literally leads nowhere, I say, baby, get back here. No, we're not doing that again. That's only going to produce more of the same, all right? Cancel. That's the word I use all the time. Like, no. Cancel. I send you love. It's easy, guys. Just try it, all right? Cancel. I send you love. Just redirect your thoughts back into, today is a brand new day for myself and for everybody involved, and I wonder what it is that I want to create next, because that's next month. All right, so more about that later. Hopefully you guys are doing really great with this 2 frequency of the opportunity is to establish and understand, comprehend your own personal boundaries. When it is to give, when it's good to give, and when it is good to say, you know what, I need to step back because I need to focus on myself. It is the twins, the concept of the twins, right? There is this individual, there's that individual, and both matter. Both are important. And so you're important, and so is all the people in your life that you interact with. And it's this balance between giving and overgiving. So along with that, in the 2 frequency, is this incredible deep connection, intuitively, feeling center wise, how somebody else is doing and what they're processing through, if they're having a good day, if they're having a bad day, if there's a repetition that's going on, and knowing that that is something you're feeling physically. You can feel it in your body, you can feel it in your emotional field. Some of you even have telepathic abilities. That is a part of this, and you can pick up on the thought loops that are going on there. And yet you know that it is separate from you. So you can feel both at the same time and be okay with it and still maintain your homeostatic state, right? So that you are, you're good in your bones. and you remain your most powerful common denominator in your energetic field. That's the power and difficulty of the two. But you guys, how you're going to successfully navigate through September is through the energy of the two. And because you're super comfortable with it right now, you've got all the way up to this point, this is a celebration month. It's like, okay, let's take this out for a ride. Let's see how I've done. And while you're courageously taking steps into the unknown and saying, I got to let this go, because next month is a 1 month. It's a 10 month actually. That's the superpower with that 0. And the next month is a double 1 month. It's an 11 month. And then the next month is a 12 month. Oh my goodness. It's like, okay, giddy up the giddy, guys. Look at the things that need to be let go. And I'm really going to park it for you, not so much on the boxes that could go to, Habitat for Humanity. I know that if that's there, you start that process of giving, because that is a part of the 8 frequency in our global cycle, is giving. In order to receive, we must, just with wild abandon, give the things that are not, it's not useful to me anymore. At some point it was. Or sometimes, by the way, I should finish that thought, it becomes somebody else's answer to their desires and their prayers, right? Could be that one little thing. This happens all the time with me. When you get that nudge, go for it. And the biggest thing, though, for you guys, is I want you to think about emotionally. What are the things that's really clogging up my system, that, the resentment or the grind or whatever is here that just is eating away at you? Let it go. Say cancel. I send myself love. I send you love. Kate, we're not doing that. Let it go. And just keep going. Make way for the new. Energy. We need energy. We need energy to create and to inspire. And we want that pipeline to be super clean, all right? So that's kind of like the biggie for you guys that I want to focus on. The negative aspects of 9 and 2 are literally the opposite. 9 can get stuck in the mental field, and it just is locked, and it's isolated, it's lonely, and it, don't do that. Don't do that. Longer conversation later. And the 2 withdraws too, because it's overgiven. Don't do that. Find that boundary. Find your voice to say, no, the word no. And it doesn't mean that, just no is no. No is no and yes is yes. All right, you guys, big hugs, big loves, and I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.